Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on today's session about the Level 2 Technical Award in Child Development and Care. My name is Stacey Mann and I am the Early Years and Childcare Specialist here at NCFE Cash. During this webinar, we will be exploring the Level 2 Technical Award in Child Development and Care, which the Department of Education has approved to count in the Key Stage 4 performance tables. We shall look at qualification structure and organisation, content and delivery, internal and external assessment, resources that are available to you, and progression opportunities. Technical awards have been created to allow for applied study of a particular sector. They complement and supplement GCSEs, offering a broad and balanced curriculum. Learners can study this qualification alongside any subjects at GCSE. The qualification follows rigour and challenge in its content, preparing Key Stage 4 learners for post-16 study. The qualification has a total qualification time of 125 hours. It consists of 3 units. Unit 1, an introduction to working with children aged birth to 5 years. Unit 2, development and wellbeing, birth to 5 years. And Unit 3, childcare and development, birth to 5 years. It includes the knowledge and understanding of child development and wellbeing necessary when preparing for working with children in a variety of settings. It is aimed at a range of learners who wish to be introduced to childcare and development for children aged birth to 5 years. It also gives learners an insight into their preferred learning styles and assists in developing their ability to study. This qualification will enable learners to develop significant transferable knowledge and study skills that will support progression, including a basic introduction into working with children in a variety of settings, an understanding of roles and responsibilities when working in a setting, an understanding of equality and diversity within a childcare setting, a basic understanding of the stages and sequence of child development, an introduction to observing children and how it supports development, an introduction to the influences that affect holistic development, an introduction to everyday care routines and the types of activities that can support the development of independence, and an introduction to supporting children through transition. Unit 1 and Unit 2 are internally assessed using a mandated task for your students, which is provided in the qualification specification. Unit 3 is externally assessed. All grading is at A* to D. During the delivery of this subject, there are some useful resources available that will support the teaching and learning. There are further reading lists, schemes of work, and tutor guidance to support in the delivery and planning of this qualification. There are compensatory marking grids for the internal assessment of Unit 1 and 2, as you can see in the example on the screen. The grid contains descriptions that provide general guidelines for tutors marking internal assessments. They indicate the level of work that is required, how to award scores for D criteria, and so on. The description should be applied to the requirements of the grading criteria for Unit 1 and 2. Internal assessment compensatory marking grids have also been provided for the assessment of the completed mandatory assessment tasks. Each unit will have its own set of marking criteria. Final grades are determined by the total mark achieved. For example, not all D criteria needs to be achieved for the student to achieve a C, and so on. It is the total score achieved that will determine the final grade. Each internally assessed unit will be subject to internal quality assurance procedures. Unit 3 has a small amount of guided learning hours and can be used as revision of Unit 1 and 2. The external assessment of this unit will be a synoptic scenario-based paper applying the knowledge of Unit 1 and 2. There are resources available on Qual Hub that will support the revision for this paper, including Chief Examiner reports and sample papers. You can search for child development and care on the Qual Hub and find all of the resources that you will need to deliver this qualification successfully. Another useful tool, which is part of the NCFE group, is Skills Forward. They are one of the UK's leading e-learning software and assessment solutions for functional skills, GCSEs, apprenticeships and employability skills. The unique assessments, resources and summative assessments can transform how education providers approach functional skills, GCSEs and the employability skills development of learners. In terms of V Certs, though, the most useful part of Skills Forward is probably the Skills Portfolio. Skills Portfolio allows learners to submit evidence and keep records of their work, which will allow centres to manage, monitor and assess their learners remotely. The assessor is also able to upload evidence for the learners too, for example, witness statements for the internal assessments. It can allow for easy management of the quality assurance process and complies with Ofsted and Education and Skills Funding Agency requirements, giving you the evidence needed during inspection. Aside from the skills learners will gain from the V Cert, we also have developed a suite of resources to support the wider curriculums and skills learners will need. These include 32 sessions, each lasting 2 hours, and they cover personal, social, health and economic education, study skills and employability and career skills. These packs can be found within the teaching materials on Qual Hub. Learners who achieve the Level 2 Technical Award in Child Development and Care could progress onto other qualifications, such as competency-based qualifications, a Level 3 Applied General Award and Certificate in Early Years Childcare and Education, the Level 3 Technical Diploma in Childcare and Education, or of course, the T-Level in Education and Childcare. If you would like more information on the Level 2 Technical Award in Child Development and Care, or how we can support you with your own curriculum planning, we'd be very happy to talk to you. We run training courses throughout the year, and you can also request a bespoke session that will be tailored to your needs. I do hope you found this overview useful. Thank you for listening.